Welcome to an overview of my NicholeVan Urban Action Set. This is a great action set. It allows you to recreate kind of fun urban-y looks to your photos. In particular, this action set has some fun cross-process looks, as well as a fake tilt-shift action if you like the look of a tilt-shift lens but don't want like the price of having to purchase one. You can fake it in Photoshop, and this is a couple fake tilt-shift actions here that you can mess with. There are also some 10 textures that are included with this action set, and you also get my texture palette actions as well that function with those specific textures. This texture palette is fantastic. It allows you to quickly incorporate the texture into your photo. So let's run a couple actions from this, shall we? Let's start with this urban acid action. It's a lot of fun. And it's going to ask you to adjust the exposure of your image here. In this case, I think she's a little dark, so I'm going to pull her up just a little bit. And now if I feel like some parts are not too bright, I can bring them back down. So in this case, I think I'm going to do that. Let me take my brush at 100%, make sure you have a nice soft brush meaning the hardness is all the way down to 0, and just kind of come in here. I'm just going to kind of bring some of this back down a little bit, just quickly through here. Alright, and then when I like that, I'm just going to click play. It's going to keep on running, do its thing, and it loads several actions here. As with all my actions, this runs 100% non-destructively. Your background layer here is completely untouched. You have a pop layer. This is that exposure adjustment that we made, so you can still access that if you don't like what you did. It's a color saturation. This is a folder that has a bunch of tone layers in it, as well as this urban acid layer. You can turn this on and off if you want. This is more of an urban tone. This is kind of adds that kind of acidy greenness to it. I kind of like that. From here, let's do a fake tilt shift because we could add a little more blur through this. So I'm going to do the blur only, seeing how I only ran that already ran the other action on it. So I'm going to click play. This action may take a few minutes to run, and it does need to be run on a slightly larger photo. If you run it on a tiny web-size photo, it's not going to look as good. So click continue. And it does need to be run on your main background layer, which I did not select. So let me do that and click play. And now it's going to do its thing. So now that that's done running, you can see here, I now need to basically recreate the look of a tilt-shift action. Tilt-shift actions work by kind of creating a swath diagonally or horizontally of focus through your photo. So in this case, I'm just going to begin by masking out her and pretend like she was in that circle of focus. And I'm going to just come like this and kind of make a little diagonal ring of focus there. And now I'm going to hit play when I like that. And now it's going to tell me to blend it a bit better because it does need to blend with the tilt shift. So I'm going to take this down to about 30-something%, and I'm just going to kind of blend it a bit more here as I go, so that way you kind of get more of a sense of the actual tilt shift, and it has more of that tilt shift look because I'm blending it a bit. Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun. Okay, so now I ran my tilt shift action. Now let's put a texture over the whole thing because we have a texture palette. Let's do a texture. So I select it, hit play. And now these are all the textures that are included in this action set. There are 10 of them. And you just kind of go through here, pick the one that you would like to use. Let's choose this one. This is nice. The other nice thing about the texture palette action here is that it allows you to actually separate out the color from the action. So it gives you this prompt here. I can come in here and just kind of pick a color that I like. Oh, I like that color. Click OK. And now it's incorporating this into my action for me. So from here I can adjust the contrast or brightness of this to kind of match my photo a bit better. And the other nice thing is if you don't really like how the tint came out, you can actually adjust this a bit more. I think I'm going to kind of adjust that just a little bit. And let's kind of pull her back out of this. The nice thing is now that she's separate from the background, so when I pull her out of this texture layer, I haven't actually changed her color at all. The color is still up here in this layer. So anyway, there you are. Let's do a quick before and after just to kind of show you how it looked. This is where we started, and that's what it became. It's a very fun action set. It works quickly and efficiently, and you can create some really fun looks for your photos.